What's up everyone, my name's PlatinumHowler, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you the start of a brand new IBL season. This is week 1 and we're going up against NeonXero, aka Eric, co-commissioner of the league, and his Rocky Mountain Heavy Metals. His team is over on the right side of the screen. I have a pretty good idea of what 6 he will bring. Usually I don't like to speculate too much on which combination of mons my opponent will bring, but if I had to guess, I think it's going to be Hydreigon, Clefable, Bronzong, Vaporeon, Diggersby, and Machamp. G-Max Machamp, honestly, I think is low-key after looking into it. Like initially I thought it was kind of bad, but I actually think it's pretty good. Like it's not like, well, it's definitely not one of the best G-Maxes, but I don't think it's bad by any means, especially in this format when it's allowed to hold an item, because it can boost its crit ratio. So if you give it a scope lens, then it's like its G-Max move after you use it the first time will be critting every single time, and then every other move that it uses would have a 50% chance of critting. And then you could also give it a Flame Orb with, and it has Guts. So, yeah, honestly, Machamp, not to be slept on in this format. So, this team went through a lot of, I did a lot of Mon shuffling with this team, like the last, particularly with the last 3, I would say. Yeah, the first 3 I was pretty confident in what I wanted them to be, what I wanted them to do. This being the first one, G-Max Duraludon, we got to bring our G-Max in our first game. It has enough speed to outspeed max speed Diggersby, and we're just Assault Vest with 4 attacks, basically the only 4 attacks that you would ever see on a G-Max Duraludon. Yeah, it's a pretty standard Duraludon. Flash Cannon can boost our defense when we go for it in G-Max form. It'll be Max Steel Spike. Draco Meteors will, in G-Max form, will be our hardest hitting move. Thunderbolt is there for Vaporeon. Dark Pulse is there for Bronzong. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, hopefully we can get it in a position where it can punch a hole through the team. We have Assault Vest here so that we can, you know, switch into stuff like Clefable and Vaporeon if need be, and actually, you know, not weaken ourselves too much, because, yikes, Space 50 Spadef, we want to get that boosted so we can come in on stuff and start attacking stuff. Terrakion was a pretty easy bring here as well. If those 6 that I mentioned come, I would be great for me to force an endgame where I can just click close combat like 3 or 4 times and win the game. That's what I'm hoping. Scarf Terrakion should outspeed everything that he has. If I am, well, Alolan Raichu's faster, but yeah, I don't think he brings Raichu. I just think he needs the other mons on his team to deal with certain things. He could bring Raichu, but who knows, we'll see. Yeah, so let's just, like, Terrakion, Scarf Terrakion is the best Terrakion set, in my opinion. It's just, and it's just pretty easy to run. You just drop it in, click a button, and hopefully get a kill with it. So, close combat, we're going to be wanting to clicking that most of the time, but we have Iron Head for the Clefable, Stonehenge as a secondary stab option, and then Mega Horn is going to hit stuff like the Raichu, Mr. Mime super effectively, and it'll also hit the Hydreigon super effectively. So if we need to lock ourselves into a move to KO either of those, in the end, then we can do so. Hopefully we can connect the 2 Mega Horns. Next, we have Rotom-Mow, because he has a Vaporeon, so this thing is mainly meant to pivot in against that. I think Vaporeon should come, because otherwise Araquanid has like way too good of a matchup if Vaporeon doesn't come. So yeah, originally I was thinking about bringing Specs Rotom-Mow, but I decided to, you know, just pump out the Nasty Plot set right away and see where we can get with that. So we are pretty bulky like we have max HP investment so that we can switch into a number of different hits. Like, so we can switch into a Vaporeon more than once if need be. And we're carrying Eject Pack. I don't know how this is going to work because the scenario that I see happening is like if Vaporeon gets up a Wish and then it wants to pass the Wish into like Machamp before it starts G-maxing up or something, then if I can Nasty Plot in front of the Vaporeon and then get a +2 Leaf Storm off and switch initiative, I don't know if that's going to work because by clicking Leaf Storm there, it's going to be bringing me down to neutral, not down to -2 special attack. So theoretically, Eject Pack should proc because the description says if the holder's stat stages are lowered. Okay, no, it's definitely not going to work. But we're rocking with it. Stat stages are lowered. Yeah, so if that's anything to go by, once I get to +2 and I bring myself back down to neutral, then Eject Pack shouldn't work. But the first time I tried using Eject Pack, it definitely should have worked, and it didn't. So honestly, who knows how this item works? We're gonna experiment with it. We're gonna rock out with it. So yeah. Garbodor is here in week 1 because I feel like his team is very Toxic Spikes weak. Yes, I'll be giving Machamp a Guts boost, but he could very well be giving him like he could be packing Flame Orb anyway to give himself that boost all by himself. So Toxic Spikes are going to be nice to figure out what kind of Clefable he's running. If he's Magic Guard, then we can set up against it and do damage. But if he's unaware, then he will be chipped down a lot easier with the Toxic Spikes and Spikes if we manage to get those up. And then Gunshot and Explosion. I didn't really have a better idea for a last move on here, so I just threw on Explosion. If we don't need to click any other button, then Explosion it is. Reuniclus I felt was kind of needed because Machamp is a threat, especially like, you know, in G-Max form, Machamp's a threat. It's like if he gets a guts boost, and it would definitely 2-hit KO us with like a couple of Darkest Lariats. The fact that it now gets, well, I think it got knockoff always. Yeah, it might not even have, like it probably would have knockoff over Darkest Lariat, but anyway. So yeah, it's a pretty standard Reuniclus. We can potentially get in a Calm Mind War against Clefable, and as long as we don't get crits or a crap ton of special attack drops, then we should theoretically win that 1v1. And we kind of have to run Focus Blast for his Hydreigon, so that we're not completely and utterly walled by it. Yep, not much to say about Reuniclus. And here we have Noctowl, the meme of all meme Noctowl sets. The only thing about it that's not a total meme is the nickname. Like, what else are you gonna nickname a Noctowl? Like, I couldn't think of anything else but Hedwig, so Hedwig it is. So, I was wanting to bring Grimmsnarl to, like, Grimmsnarl's the most obvious check to Hydreigon on planet Earth, but that's so obvious that I thought I'd try bringing Noctowl instead, because it's so naturally Spadef and gets Moonblast. It should theoretically be decent enough at checking Hydreigon. As long as it's not a physical D-Dance Hydreigon, then it's just getting totally wrecked. But if it is D-Dance Hydreigon, then at least we have a Scarf Terrakion on the back, so that it can't just outright win. So Moonblast and Imprison Calm Mind. So the other thing this thing can do that Grimmsnarl cannot is take on Clefable. We can prevent Clefable from hitting us with Moonblast. I would think that Moonblast would be the only attack he would carry on Clefable. Like, if he's bringing it, he could, like, he would have a setup move, recovery, Moonblast, and then I don't know what the other move would be. Maybe it would be his status move or whatever. But yeah, like he doesn't need really anything else besides Moonblast. So with this Noctowl set, we can click Imprison, and prevent him from setting up with Calm Mind, prevent him from attacking us with Moonblast. And we can sit here and Calm Mind ourselves, or honestly, Diggersby is a pretty safe switch into this thing. Diggersby kind of a threat as well. That's why it's nice to have. It's also nice to have another ground immunity here. We have 2 ground immunities with Rotom-Mow and the Noctowl. But yeah, like Diggersby would just blow us away. Like Body Slam would be doing like probably like 80% to us. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the best set in the world. Honestly, I don't think this is the best team in the world. But it's only week 1. We have 11 weeks, I believe. So it's a long season. And yeah, hopefully we can have some fun with this team and get a win to kick off this season of the IBL. Alright, here we are with the battle against Eric and the Rocky Mountain Heavy Metals, Eric aka NeonXero. So I kind of decided we'll just put the team builders and IBL videos all in one video. And we'll save Saturday for potentially some other kind of video. We'll try something different. This is our team right here. Our Boater, Reuniclus, Terrakion, Rotom-Mow, Duraludon, Reuniclus, did I say that already? Oh, we have Noctowl, that's right. Okay. So this is actually Eric's first time doing a battle in the land mode, so I'm glad that I could try to help him out with that and educate him a little on how it works. Once you get it figured out the first time, like, it's pretty good. It's pretty straightforward from there on out, for the most part. So hopefully all the other coaches that are using this timer for the first time figure it out easily enough as well. So we're getting connected here. We're about to see which 6 Mons Eric decided to bring. He has... I know the 6 that I was expecting was Hydreigon, Clefable, Bronzong, Vaporeon, Machamp, and Diggersby. And okay, he did. I got 5 out of 6 right. He did not bring Vaporeon. Now I really wish I had brought Banded Araquanid, because that would have came in on like Clefable, Bronzong for free every single time. Okay, I really didn't want to see the Raichu, aka something that I didn't really prep a whole lot for. It's also another thing that resists close combat, which is what I just wanted to spam endgame. As for my lead, I don't really know what I lead. I'm just gonna lead Rotom, because it's a Rotom, and Rotoms are generally a good lead. Okay, good luck and have fun to Eric. This is gonna be a difficult game for us. I know that much. Very wise looking man in that trainer card and that lead card right there. Although I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the bucket hat, but aside from that, looking very wise. Diggersby. Okay, good lead for us, because we outspeed Diggersby that is not scarfed, but the fact that he led with it, I'm actually going to assume that he is scarfed. Which means maybe he's not scarfed Terrakion. Either way, we're going to find out if he's scarfed. He's not... Oh, I can't Volt Switch. Damn it, I don't have Volt Switch on this. I guess we're because if he's gonna switch out into his freaking he's gonna switch out into his freaking Hydreigon, so I want switch initiative. Yep, scarfed. So actually this turned out to not be a great lead for us. He scarfed Diggersby instead of scarfed Hydreigon. Well, who knows, he could be both, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, he went out into this. Now I'm regretting not clicking Nasty Plot. But I'm gonna burn my eject pack now. This thing is kind of not nearly as useful because Vaporeon is not here for him. So what could I go into? I could go into not this either. I could go into Duraludon and just D-max up and click Dark Pulse. That's probably my best play, honestly. I don't even actually, do I even have to D-max? Is Dynamaxing here my best play? Lefties. I might be more inclined to just not G-max here. Yeah, I kind of want to just not to save. I kind of want to save my G-max and kind of just see what he wants to do here. Dark Pulse, not quite a 2-hit KO. We do get a flinch though. That is another reason why I wanted to just save the G-max for one turn. So actually now I'm gonna Dynamax up and go for the Darkness because we can get a kill and that'll prevent rocks from going up on our side. So sorry about the flinch, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was playing for the flinch because I knew that a max Darkness from the range he was starting there would not be enough to kill. And that's one of the main reasons why I didn't G-max up. So I'm actually going to get an extra turn of like G-maxed Duraludon here. And I didn't take any damage the previous turn, so that turn worked out super well for us. So he's leaving this in, so it's going down. You can probably hear my controller rumble when I use the G-max moves. Okay, the one threat out of the way. Rotom is pretty much just a sack to Diggersby at this point. There's nothing really much else that I see it helping with. So you may want to figure out a way that he's going to try to pivot around this now. Like, if he brings in Diggersby... do I Steel Spike or Depletion? Because, like, there's no way that Earthquake knocks us out. But I don't know if Steel Spike is going to knock him out. Oh, he goes into Machamp. Okay, I'm leaving this in. And I'm actually going to go for a Steel Spike because that's going to boost our defense. And if hopefully we'll see. Machamp's not very specially defensive, so I don't know if this was going to be a 2-hit KO. It's not like we could have switched into Garbodor here. Oh, that does absolutely nothing. He's a Solfest. He's going for his Chai Strike move, which has a high chance to crit, so he may just crit right through our defense boost, honestly. Oof. Getting pumped. Okay, so that did not crit, but now I think this next attack is going to have a 50% chance to crit, and I kind of want to keep Duraludon around for his Clefable. So I'm gonna drop in my Garbodor and get my Toxic Spikes up. Yes, spikes or Toxic Spikes. Barking dog. I don't know why there's a barking dog in the background. He's crazy. Oh no, he went for Quake. Oh, that was a bad play. I could have gone into Rotom and sacked it off. Okay, we live though. We live though because he didn't get a crit. Yikes. Okay, we should have been more obvious that Max Quake was coming right there. He should not outspeed us. What is the best hazard? Hydreigon doesn't take damage from any spikes. Toxic Spikes are better for Clefable, 100%, so that's what we're going to go for. Okay, yeah, I wish I had gone Rotom there, because now I've basically thrown out my Garbodor. This is going to be his last turn of G-Max. He'll just KO me with a Steel Spike. Does that KO me? Yeah, it should. Critical hit. He had a 1 in 8 chance of getting a crit there. What the heck do I bring in now to deal with this? Reuniclus probably. Yeah, Reuniclus, definitely. So we're really relying a lot on, kind of need to just click Psyshock. And he's +1 defense too. Because I don't know how much damage he's going to do to me with, well, first of all, I don't know if he's going to want to stay in. We'll find out. Okay, he does have knockoff. We have Colbur Berry for that. Okay, Reuniclus should be able to take this on. So now I'm gonna go for... He has a 1 in 8 chance to crit knockoffs. This time I'm gonna click Recover. You may want to switch into the Hydreigon. Nope, he's just staying in. Am I going to get greedy and set up Calm Minds against this thing? Probably not a great idea when he has a high chance to crit, or a higher chance to crit. Could just go for a Focus Blast. I lose very little from doing that right now. If he tries making an aggressive switch, no, okay. If he tried making an aggressive switch, then we would catch him. And that's not even going to kill him. So he can just recover now. Unless he gets if he gets a crit right here, he might knock us out. But we've put him down in we've put him in a range where we can deal with him with other members on our team. I'm gonna keep clicking Recover. He doesn't seem to want to save this. He's managing his time well. We're at like 6:15 and he's still at just over 8 minutes. We gotta keep an eye on that. He's just gonna keep clicking knockoff. He hasn't gotten any crits with knockoff yet. I'm gonna click recover one more time. I know this is kind of annoying, but I would like to keep Reuniclus at as high amount of HP as possible. Okay, so now I will just kill this thing with a Psyshock, and preferably he doesn't crit me with this last knockoff. Nope, no crit. Okay. So we got pretty lucky there, I'm not gonna lie, with the fact that he didn't get a single crit with those knockoffs. So he has Hydreigon, Diggersby, Raichu, and Clefable left. So I would imagine he goes into Hydreigon. So I probably switch out into Noctowl against Hydreigon. Yeah, that's definitely Hydreigon. Gonna go to Noctowl immediately without even thinking about it. I think he's gonna be set up right here. Hopefully, I just hope that he's not Dragon Dance. Yeah, nasty plot. That's not surprising. Moonblast has a chance to kill depending on what his set is. The nasty plot was really quite obvious because, well, Grimmsnarl could have still lived. Like, I could have brought Grimmsnarl to deal with this instead, but then I just have... And he just goes Clefable and does whatever the hell he wants with Clefable, so... So if he's like Life Orb Draco, he might be able to knock me out here. But then I just go into Terrakion and probably just try to click Iron Head and predict Clefable coming in. He might be thinking about wanting to switch out here. If he goes Diggersby, Diggersby can beat Noctowl pretty easily. We know that Diggersby is Scarfed though. Dark Pulse, oh, okay. Going for a flinch. We did not get the flinch. And do we knock him out? No, okay. We don't. We don't kill. I don't have any reason to save this Noctowl, so I'm just going to click Moonblast again. I probably should have invested more in special attack so I could have knocked that out for sure. But it was hard for me to know exactly how much investment he was going to have. I have one play here, and that's to go Terrakion. He's in range for where I can click Iron Head. And knock this thing out. He clicks... Or I could just click CC, that prevents Diggersby from coming in. Probably should click CC, because at this low amount of HP, I don't think he wants to save Hydreigon. So if I lock myself into Iron Head, although he wouldn't, well, okay. Oh, he does switch it out. Why did he do that? It does a ton. Yeah, crit. No wonder. Okay, so we're switching out 100%. We're gonna see whether or not he takes chip from the toxic spikes. He does, so he is unaware of Fable. That's really good then. I think I have a safe switch into Duraludon. I can't get in a Calm Mind War against him. So I probably should just go Duraludon. Okay, we should take this because we are Assault Vest. Can't take another one. This special attack drop is annoying. But I still don't think he wants to stay in. Like, he can't let this get weakened for Terrakion. So I'm actually gonna go for a Dark Pulse in case he switches in the Alolan Raichu, expecting a Flash Cannon. He stays in. Why are you staying in? You can't risk this thing. Like, in my opinion, that play just cost, like, if I clicked Flash Cannon there, he would just lose the game outright. So I should outspeed with Rotom. And I should kill with Leaf Storm. I don't want to bring in Terrakion, because I don't want to be forced to switch out. I should KO with a Leaf Storm. Fable dies. So is he gonna have Roost? I don't really care if he has Roost on the Hydreigon, but if he does, okay, no, he just goes Diggersby. So I think I just let Rotom die here. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, he's gonna U-turn out. Most likely U-turn out into... Actually, I don't think it really matters what he goes into. He probably should go into Hydreigon so that I'm forced to bring Terrakion in. Actually, I don't really know what his play is here, honestly. But either way, I think I'm bringing in Terrakion regardless. Yeah, Hydreigon. Okay, so that forces my hand for sure. So I think he's got me. I think he's got me here. I think he's gonna win this 1-0. Because he can let this die and then just go into Raichu. think what my play is to try and stall out his Chople. Okay. That does make sense. That's a good bring. I like that. I like the Hydreigon set that he brought. So now he has to go Raichu. He probably, like, he should click Thunderbolt. I actually don't know what his Raichu's item is either. I think I might need to hope for a crit or that he misplays the Raichu somehow. Reuniclus should live a hit. Should live at least one hit. Toxic will bring him down to around 75%. There's no way Close Combat does 75%. I need to click Mega Horn, and then Diggersby eats Mega Horn. So the only way that I can win is, I think, if I can manage to Toxic him down to about 50% and try to knock him out with Close Combat, then I might be able to win with Terrakion. But because I'm -1 special defense and defense, he should click an electric move here, not a psychic move. Volt Switch. Good play. Life Orb. He's not going to take any toxic damage either. He can just U-turn, Volt Switch me now. But will Diggersby... No, Diggersby's not going to be put into a range where Mega Horn can kill it. He should just click Earthquake here. My play is to recover. Earthquake does more damage than U-turn. It should kill me because Diggersby's a strong Pokemon. Or U-turn, okay. I think, like, anything that he was going to go for there was going to knock me out. I may have lost this game on the fact that I overpredicted with Duraludon. I don't know if I would have KO'd the Clefable from the range it was at regardless, but I really don't think that clicking Moonblast there was the play. But as it turns out, I mean, he has enough to beat Terrakion anyway, so... Terrakion's going to come in and we're going to click Mega Horn. And I honestly don't think that it would kill Terrakion even with a crit. And if we don't land it here, then we're actually going to lose a point of differential. I do land, so Raichu's gonna die. So at the very least, it's a 1-0. It's a 1-0 loss. I will take a 1-0 loss. I'll take a 1-0 loss, especially considering, you know, I don't think I had the greatest game plan for this game to start with. Building with this team, I find it a lot, honestly, I find it more difficult than building with the APA team, just because I feel like, I don't know, I just had a lot of I just had a lot of Mon shuffling with this team. Actually, I wonder if a crit would have killed there. But yeah, we're gonna die to that Earthquake for sure. So GG to Eric. He played very, very well. Aside from the Clefable play, I don't think that was smart, but he may have been able to win even without Clefable. Hard to say. Did I make a misplay with Garbodor? Maybe. You could argue that. You could argue that I should have gone into Rotom there. Max Quake slipped my mind. But wouldn't have I still think his, I don't know if you, no, like Tri-Strike in my opinion still would have been his, like that would have hit Duraludon harder, and it would have had a higher chance to crit and knock me out from that range. The fact that he was Assault Vest kind of screwed me. Honestly, I probably should have expected Scarf Diggersby more than anything. Like, I probably should have expected that over Scarf Hydreigon. Like, Scarf Hydreigon against the Grimmsnarl is probably not the greatest idea. So, like, his set was Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, probably Earth. It might have been Earth Power the last move. It does either way. It doesn't really matter. But honestly, Araquanid would have done so well in this game, but I just didn't want to bring it because of the water absorbed Vaporeon in the back. I probably could have designed something to deal with to still like be able to wear that Vaporeon down adequately. Really the only thing that he had for Araquanid on that team was Raichu. And I didn't bring the greatest switch-ins to Alolan Raichu either, because I was like dead set on the 6 mons that he was gonna bring, and Raichu was the one out of the 6 that I got wrong. I think at the end of the day, he brought a very good team, whereas I did not. I definitely think that he outbuilt me here. I could have put more special attack investment on the Noctowl so that Moonblast got that KO. Yeah, I think I may have overprepped a little bit for the Clefable as well. So if we meet again in playoffs, my team is definitely going to look a hell of a lot different than my team did in this game. That I can guarantee you. So, good game to Eric. Go check out his channel. I keep calling him Eric, but some of you might not know of him as Eric at all. He goes by NeonXero on YouTube, so you should go check him out. Go check out his side of the battle. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week for week 2 with team builders and battles together. I just kind of decided that I would do that. I just decided it today, kind of at the last second. So we'll have 1 IBL upload per week instead of 2. So we'll see you next week for week 2 against Big Time Brownie. Subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss that battle. Thanks. See you next week.